I've been looking forward to making this video for frickin' ever. If you're feeling a little nosy, it's your lucky day, because we're gonna be breaking down all of the money that I've made from YouTube so far and how much my first YouTube paycheck was. Is this camera crooked? I always worry about this. We're gonna break down all the stats, all the numbers, how much money I've made, the monetization process, how long it took me to get monetized, how long it took me to actually get this paycheck, because that's something that I think is a misconception. I feel like we all have this idea that we're gonna get monetized and then we're gonna be getting a check every single month. That's not how it happened, at least for me. And so I wanna share that whole journey with you. First things first, we're gonna talk really quick about like how long it took me to get monetized, how many videos it took me to reach the point of monetization, and like a quick overview of that timeline, my YouTube channel timeline so far. I'm not gonna go into detail about my journey because I've made a lot of videos talking about that before. So if you're new to my channel and you haven't seen all of those, I'm actually gonna create a playlist on my channel with like all of my YouTube advice or YouTube journey type of videos. So you can check that playlist out if you want to hear a little bit more about how I got here. But let's just go through some of the like quick stats. So how long did it take me to get monetized? If you're not familiar, there are two requirements for monetization. You probably know them by now, but if you don't, they are 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch time hours. Yes, hours. 4,000 hours is no joke. So that was the more intimidating requirement to me. But surprisingly enough, I hit the 4,000 watch hours months before I hit 1,000 subscribers. So how long did it take me to get monetized? My first video ever on this channel was posted on May 15th, 2021. And then I got monetized on September 20th, 2022. So that means it took me about a year and 4 months to get monetized. And I had published a total of 70 videos before I got monetized. I feel like that's pretty reasonable. Like it's not super quick growth, but it also could have taken me a lot longer. So my growth was really led by a couple core videos that really performed for me, pulling the weight of my channel. That's not so much the case anymore. Now it's more a mix between some of those like core long-term performers and more new videos that I'm publishing, and we'll talk about that when we get into like what videos are making me the most money month to month. The growth was definitely slow at the beginning. It took me 10 months to hit my first 500 subscribers, but then it only took me 6 months to get my next 500. Obviously, it's still pretty slow growth, but it definitely did accelerate a little bit. All right, so let's talk a little bit about what the monetization process looks like. You've hit your 1,000 subscribers, you've hit your 4,000 watch hours. What's next? Obviously, you have to submit to be part of the YouTube Partner Program. You need to be part of the YouTube Partner Program to put ads on your videos, and obviously to make money from Google AdSense, which is the system that's paying you. I don't know the right word there. The entity that's giving you money. So as soon as I hit 1,000 subs, which was the metric that I was waiting for to be able to apply, I sent in my application and I think I got approved pretty quickly. It was maybe the same day or a couple days later max. Then they are going to send you this in the mail. I was so excited to get this. This is like the paper that everyone holds up in their first YouTube paycheck thumbnails. It's actually just a PIN number to verify your address. And then you have to like verify your banking information. They're gonna put a small amount of money in your account. And then you have to type in how much they sent you so they can verify that all of your info is like squared away and ready to go. And that's pretty much it. That's the whole process. And then you can start making money from your videos right away. So how are you making money exactly? Basically, there's this thing called RPM. I don't know the technical abbreviation, but it's basically your rate per 1,000 views, how much YouTube is paying you for roughly around every 1,000 views you get on your channel. Obviously, there's other factors, like you can put mid-roll ads, meaning you can have ads in the middle of your videos instead of just at the beginning. And obviously that can increase your earnings from AdSense. But as a rough estimate, your RPM is how much you're making per 1,000 views. Your RPM is gonna fluctuate a lot. It's gonna change like literally every single day and with every single video that you upload based on things like the topic of the video and just like what the advertisers are willing to pay to put an ad on that video. My RPM changes like crazy. I just checked the stats and the highest that my RPM has ever been for a single video on a single day is $218 for some reason on my Purging My Closet video. I have no freaking idea why that happened. Sometimes it just be like going a little crazy. And then there's other days where my RPM has been like $1. It changes a lot, so I find it a lot more helpful to look at your averages. My average RPM across my whole channel over the last like 3 months was about $5.40. So I'm making about $5 per 1,000 views. I've heard of a lot of RPMs being higher than that, specifically people who are in high demand niches like finance, or even people making like business and productivity videos. So you can kind of be strategic about your topics to kind of up your RPM a little, but yeah, on average, I'm making about $5.40 per 1,000 views. So the way that Google AdSense works is basically YouTube will track the revenue you make for an entire month. And if you hit the payout threshold, which is $100, then you will get paid the following month for how much you made the previous. So let's say you make $100 in the month of December. In late January, you're gonna get $100 deposited into your bank account. There's about a 1-month delay from when you actually make the money to when you see it in your account. So why am I creating this video in January if I got monetized back in September? Great question. Here's why. With the current size of my channel, it took me 3 months and 1 week to actually hit that payout threshold. So even though I've been making money for months, I'm only gonna get my first YouTube paycheck in late January. Probably by the time you've seen this video, I've already seen that money come into my account. So now that we've talked about the monetization process and my journey to getting monetized, we get to get into the juice, the good stuff, which is the specific numbers, how much I've made during these 3 months, during my time of being monetized. I really find like these stats fascinating and I wish people went into them more. So we're gonna get into the grid of it a little bit. I'm gonna go month by month. So we're gonna talk about September, October, November, and December. We're gonna talk about the overall amount of money that I made that month. Then I'm gonna share the 3 top earning videos from the month and how much each of those made. And then I'm also gonna tell you the highest earning day and lowest earning day of that month. I'm hoping this will be super fascinating for you guys because I know I would find this shit super fascinating. So without further ado, let's get into the numbers. So exciting. Okay, first things first, September. So September is a bit of a weird case because I was only monetized for the last 8 days of September. So obviously it's not a full month worth of stats, right? But let's talk about those 8 days. So in September, I made a total of, hi guys, editing braille jumping in because I got this stat completely wrong for some reason. I actually made $6.54 in the month of September. Can I just tell you, when I first got monetized and I actually saw that I was making money every single day from YouTube, my brain was like fucking shook as hell. It was just like the most crazy surreal thing. Okay, let's break down my top 3 videos from September. My top earning video was my October reset. You're gonna notice that my resets are in these top earners quite frequently because they tend to do pretty well for me. I made $2.38 from my October reset video. Next, we have I Tried Bumble BFF So You Don't Have To. This is one of those videos, like I was talking about earlier, that is a consistent performer for me. This pulls in views every single freaking day. And I made this video over a year ago now. Like, this video was published in November 2021. It's an 8-minute video. It is extremely simple. It's basically just me talking in front of the camera. I give a few tips. It's like the simplest video ever. And it really is those like simple videos that tend to do surprisingly well. And you're just like, what? Like, why? But I really think it's because that video does really well in search. A lot of people look up Bumble BFF and there's not that many videos on it. So it's really easy for me to like shoot to the top of those search results. And most of the views on this video do come from YouTube search. So that video made me $1.22 in September. And my third video is my purging my entire closet because I want to be a minimalist video. This video made me $1.18 in September. This video is also a steady performer, but it's definitely past its peak. For months, this video was pulling in hella views. And I wish I'd been monetized during its peak because it would have been so much easier for me to hit the payout threshold if that video was still popping off when I got monetized. But sadly, it started like plummeting, but that video is still making me money to this day, which is nice. In September, the least amount of money that I made in one day was 38 cents, and the most I made in one day was a whopping $1.44. All right, let's break down October. Obviously, this was my first full month of being monetized. monetized. It was also when things like my RPM were starting to get a little bit more consistent, and I started getting a more realistic idea of how much money I could make in a month at this current stage of my channel. Also worth noting that if you're watching this video because you just got monetized or you're about to be monetized, your RPM is gonna seem extremely fucking low at first. I remember on the first day of being monetized, my RPM was like $2, and I was like, no fucking way. Please don't tell me that's my actual RPM. But it was just kind of like a fluke thing at the beginning. So I would say wait like a couple weeks until you start taking your RPM seriously, because it will change. So October, I made a total of $34.57. My top videos. Number 1 was I Tried Bumble BFF So You Don't Have To, and that video made $8.38 from one video that I had published a year ago. Pretty freaking cool. My second performing video was an episode of my Girl Talk series titled How Life Changes When You View Yourself as High Value. This video did very unexpectedly well this month, so not surprising that it's up here in the top 3. This video made me $7.86. I think it ended up getting a little over 1,000 views, so that kind of makes sense. And then my third performing video was my November reset, which made $5.13. The least that I made in a day in October was 8 cents, and the most that I made in a day was $4.20. 8 cents. That's pretty tragic. I think that's the lowest earning day I've ever had. Okay, moving on to November. In this month, I made a total of $30.69. My top performing videos, in the first slot, we have my December reset routine, which made $8.27. Second place goes to my I Tried Bumble BFF video. Are we seeing a pattern here? This guy's always in my top 3. That video made $7.01. And my third performing video was my Purging My Entire Closet video with $3.63. Least I made in a day in November was 26 cents, and the most I made in a day was $3.91. December, baby. So this was the month that closed the deal for me in terms of me hitting that payout threshold that I'd been so desperately looking forward to hitting. In December, I made a total of $33.12. My top performing video was my 2023 reset. This video made $11.43, which I believe makes it the first video to make over $10 in a single month, which is pretty cool. My second performer was my December reset, which made $7.72. Kind of cool that I had 2 resets in my top 3 this month. I guess I was still getting residual views on my December reset, and I posted my 2023 reset this month. Love that for me. And then my third video, of course, is I Tried Bumble BFF So You Don't Have To with $4.26. The least I made in a day in December was 11 cents. And this month was pretty all over the place because the most I made in a day was $8.07, which is my highest earning day so far. And the overall total between these 3 months and 1 week is, so since my September stat was a little fucked up, this grand total is also a little fucked up. I actually made a total of $104.92, which actually makes a lot more sense because when I went into Google AdSense, it was telling me my total was 105, and I was a little bit confused about the discrepancy. So this clears everything up. I made $104.92, and I guess AdSense rounded up 8 cents for me. How sweet of them. So as you can see, I'm making about an average of $30-ish per month at this point. Obviously, my goal now is to get that up so that I can be getting paid out every month. But you know, it's a long game. It's a marathon, not a sprint, and I will get there. We gotta work our way up. The last stat that I thought would be really interesting to share is my lifetime top earning videos. So the 3 videos that have made me the most money overall so far. The number 1 video, take a wild guess what it is. It's I Tried Bumble BFF So You Don't Have To. This video has made me a grand total of $23.10 since I've gotten monetized. That's counting the months that I showed you, as well as the money that I've been making in January so far. This is the cool thing about YouTube that I think makes it such an amazing platform for creators. You can create a piece of content, and that content can continue to perform for you for months and years after you post it, which is just so freaking cool. So I made this video way before I got monetized, and it's made me more money than the videos I've actually posted and made since getting monetized, which is pretty crazy. Second top earning video of all time is my December reset routine, which has made me a grand total of $16.05. And my third top earning video is my Purging My Entire Closet Because I Want to Be a Minimalist video, which has made me $12.49. So that is a look at how much I made in my first YouTube paycheck and how much I've been earning since becoming monetized. I'm so fucking excited excited for this money to hit my account and for it to just like feel more real that I'm actually making money from YouTube, because it still kind of like blows my mind a little. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please leave any questions, whether they're about my earnings, about the monetization process, anything you want to know more about, feel free to leave in the comments. If you enjoyed this video and you want to hear a little bit more about my YouTube journey so far, definitely check out the YouTube advice playlist that I'll be adding to my channel. I definitely want to keep being transparent about the revenue that I'm earning from YouTube, because I think it's really valuable to have kind of a smaller creator with more realistic growth talking about these numbers. All right, guys, I love you so much. Have an amazing week, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.
Yeah, his baby said that they don't got a future.